Hello everyone and welcome to my very sunny London garden. In today's video I'm going to be telling you all the seeds that you can start sowing in June at your allotment garden or in your home garden. So my name is Emma, these are my allotment diaries and I talk everything to do with allotment, growing your own food. I also share my London garden here and all the flowers and things that I've got growing here. So if you think this channel might be for you, I would love for you to take 5 seconds, go below and click subscribe to my channel. I will be eternally grateful. And let's get on with the video. So the month of June is here, it's sunny, it's gorgeous, the soil has warmed up and the risk of frost has pretty much gone, though do double check your local area to make sure it has gone, because frost is a killer when it comes to new seedlings and plants. The absolute fact is, in June you can sow pretty much anything. Anything? Yes, anything. So if you haven't yet sown something and you're desperate to grow it and you see it on Instagram or you're looking on other YouTube channels and everyone's got plants this big, it is not too late to sow that plant. I'm telling you, whatever plant that is, it's not too late to sow it. You can whack it in the ground now directly and it will grow. Of course, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail as to exactly what you can grow, but the truth of it is, honestly, you can grow anything. You can put in carrots, radishes, leeks, cauliflower, broccoli, pumpkins, melons, anything. So it's definitely not too late in the month of June. A lot of things can be directly sown, and directly sown means it goes directly into the soil or into a pot outside. So having said all that, and that would be a very short video if I was just like, you can sow anything, that's it. I'm going to go into what I'm sowing in the month of June for my own allotment plot, in the hope that it kind of inspires you to get some ideas for what you might want to grow. So towards the end of May I did sow quite a lot, and a lot of things that I've sown are brassicas. Absolutely love a good brassica. Great thing to grow at an allotment plot because once you've whacked it in the ground it pretty much grows away on its own. Something that I haven't sown yet is Romanesco. Romanesco cauliflower, which is kind of a cross between a broccoli and a cauliflower. It's an absolutely gorgeous brassica. It tastes absolutely delicious. You can stir fry it, you can boil it, you can roast it, you can do whatever you want with it. It is honestly delicious. Really beautiful looking plant as well. I'm going to grow these today in a tray, in a seed tray, and just get them started off a bit bigger. But as I said before, you can just whack these out now into your brassica bed as seeds, as long as you've got enough protection. The reason I'm starting them in a tray is because I can't protect them from slugs and snails very well otherwise. So I'm going to grow them to their probably about that tall, and then I'm going to whack them out. I'm also going to grow some kohlrabi this month. I'm going to start this again in a seed tray, same reason, slugs and snails love it. So I'm going to start this in a seed tray, and this is going to go directly out into my allotment plot. So if you do follow my channel, you know I've got some of this growing in my polytunnel right now, and it's been growing all through the autumn winter. It looks incredible, but I'm going to put this one straight outside because it is warm enough now to grow outside in the open, so why not? Squashes can get sown at this time of year, so if you are growing a pumpkin archway or any kind of squash, butternut squash, courgette, pumpkins, you can now sow them. And what's better is that you can actually sow the seeds directly. So if all of your stuff has been eaten, because I know a lot of you have messaged me and said your lovely Jack B. Littles or baby boos have all been eaten by slugs and snails, what can you do? Whack a seed in the ground now because it will grow directly in the ground. One squash that I got sent, and I want to mention this company because this company is honestly incredible if you're a first time allotment plot grower. It's called Seedcraft and it's a seed subscription box service. So you pay a fee up front every month and they will send you a box of seeds. So you'll get a box of seeds through your letterbox every month. But the thing that I love the most about this company is that the seeds that you get that month can be sown that month. So he only sends you the seeds that can actually be sown in that month. So if you're a newbie or you've never grown anything before or grown your own food and you're getting a little bit flustered as to what you can grow, subscribe to this subscription box and you will never have to think about it yourself again. He even sends you the stuff like the winter veg and the autumn veg, and he'll start sending that in July, August time, and you can sow that and that'll be your winter veg. So it's all taken care of with this. It's absolutely fantastic. And just a little disclaimer here, I do get a free seed box by them every month, just for talking about it and sharing it, which I'm happy to do because I do love it. Anyway, I got a seed packet from them called Winter Squash Harlequin. Harlequin? Is that what you call it? I've never grown this before in my life and I get incredibly excited when I grow something that I've never grown before. I don't know if you're the same, because we get stuck in our ways, don't we, with growing the same things, and then you grow something new and you're like, oh, this is so exciting. So I'm going to sow this today, actually. Very excited for that. And like I said, courgettes and also Cucumbers can be sown at this time, so you can sow these directly outside if you want to, as a seed in the soil. That's called direct sowing, or you can put it in a little pot. I have found that cucumbers take a little while to germinate even in this weather. So about 2 weeks ago I sowed a couple of cucumbers, and it was like the second week from the end of May, and they're only that big. They're only that big now, and this has been 2 weeks worth of germination. I've got 2 seedlings in this pot, and I'm going to prick out the one that's the strongest and grow him on, but they do take a little while to grow. So I think I have already mentioned in a previous video that I am growing a melon for the first time. I have absolutely no hope of this working. I can't imagine a melon would do very well in the UK, but apparently they do very well in polytunnels. This can be sown directly at this time of year, so you can whack a seed straight in the ground, or you can sow it in a little pot, which is what I did about 2.5 weeks ago. This is how big it is. So if you were to sow it now at the beginning of June, in 2.5 weeks you'd probably have something that look like that. So don't lose hope with these. Some of the warmer loving seeds and crops, they do tend to take a little bit longer to germinate. Wouldn't it be amazing to get a melon though? Incredible. Flower wise, a few things you can sow. So obviously zinnias, I sowed my zinnias in a pot in the garden a little while ago. You can also still sow cosmos. This is my cosmos from a little while ago. It's still in pots, doing quite well, doing quite happy. This can be planted straight outside in the garden now. If you haven't sown this already, you can. I sowed some about a week ago to show you. Here they are, little cosmos seedlings. So again, these take a little while to kind of come up once you've planted them, about 10 days. So don't lose hope with them. They don't come up straight away, but there they are. There's the new seedlings, and these are fine just to sow now in June. I'm aware that all these seedlings are going to look exactly the same because new seedlings always look the same as each other, but sunflowers can now be sown. So if you haven't yet planted out your sunflowers, or if you did and they all got eaten like mine did, you can sow them again now, it's fine. And if you have already got sunflowers growing, you can succession sow them so that when they're finished you can put out your next batch of sunflowers, and June is a great month to sow your next batch of sunflowers, so get whacking out those seeds. If you haven't planted any herbs, now is a great time. So this is my little herb planter. I've got so many different herbs growing in here. I've got sage, I've got thyme, I've got chives, I've got mint, I've even got a great big curly parsley up here, which is amazing. It's time to sow herbs from seed, or you can buy them as little plug plants and just put them straight outside now, which is really great. So in this lovely planter here, this is a great example of what you can actually sow directly in June now. I have got, oh my goodness, that needs a water really badly. 1 second. I'm trying to show you what to sow, and I've literally killed everything in my garden that I've sown. I didn't realise how warm it was today. So sorry guys, please don't die. May possibly have just killed all of these, but it's not bad because there's still time to sow directly now. So these are spring onions, and you can sow this seed directly now, so I might just sprinkle a few more in there because I think I might have killed them. I have some carrots next to them. You can see that the lettuce has gone absolutely crazy. I need to pick so much of this. Also the radishes have gone crazy too, and you can direct sow radish right now pretty much throughout the year, though it does tend to do better in cooler weather, but I reckon you could probably get away with directly sowing some now. And then over here we've got parsnips. You can direct sow parsnips now. Bed's gone absolutely crazy in the sun, so it may possibly have killed all that, but don't worry because there is time to direct sow it now. So right now we're going to sow some things together. I'm going to sow my calabrese and also some more courgettes. Okay, so we're going to sow some of these seeds now. So the first ones we're going to do are the big seeds. I always find big seeds really easy. Now the thing to remember about where to plant your seeds is the bigger the seed is, the bigger the pot is going to need. So you can use pots this size, or you can use bigger pots this size for things like pumpkins, and the seed can go straight into them. If you've got teeny tiny seeds, probably best to use a seed tray. Or you can reuse, I brought some lobelia in here, and you can reuse these little plastic trays that you get from the garden centre. I don't know why they still sell plastic trays at garden centres, to be honest, but if you do buy plants and they do come in a plastic tray, do reuse them. This will be perfect for sowing in my calabrese. I can just sprinkle a few in each section and then pick out the weaker seedlings. So we'll start with our harlequin winter squash. Quite big seeds, as you'd expect from a squash. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a couple of holes in a pot This is just multi-purpose compost in here. If you're ever unsure about which way to put a seed in, so does it go that way, does it go that way, does it go on its side, always just put it on its side horizontal like that. It will find its way to the surface. I'm just going to fill it in and then a little bit of water. So courgettes, I'm going to use these little pots here. I'm just going to put 1 courgette seed in each, which is very risque. Really it's best to do 2, but I'm feeling confident and I'm running out seeds as well. Massive seeds, surely that's going to work. So we'll pop them in sideways because I don't know which way it goes. I've never known and I've always grown them. We like to have a bit of risk in our lives. There we go. So for my calabrese, in this bucket here, this is all the soil from seedlings that didn't work, and when they've died I've just thrown all the soil into this bucket. So this bucket is full of soil and coir actually as well that hasn't got many nutrients in it because the plants that lived in the soil have already sucked all the nutrients out of it. The thing is that seeds don't need a lot of nutrients. In fact, they grow better in soil that doesn't have much nutrients in it, and that's just because it forces them to have to try and grow bigger and find nutrients. So the less nutrients are in the soil of the seeds, the more the seedling will have to send its roots out to find nutrients, and the bigger root you're going to have on the plant. Having soil that hasn't got many nutrients in it is very good for new seedlings. That's what I'm trying to say. And I have filled up our lobelia tray with all of that soil, and that will be fine for our calabrese. So calabrese is a brassica, which means their seeds are like little balls, very, very tiny, very fiddly. Always better to put the seeds into your hand and sprinkle from there rather than sprinkle from the packet, because when you do that it tends to all just come out in one big clump. And when it's in your hand you can kind of pinch and sprinkle like that. Right, that wasn't thinly at all, so don't do it anything like that. So I also have a nifty little tip. If you have sown cucumbers and they're getting quite big in a little pot, like this one here is, and you can see he sort of wants to hang on to something and climb, he's starting to get flowers. I don't want him to get flowers yet because I want his energy to go into getting him bigger, not into producing flowers and fruit. So I'm going to remove the flowers. So just wherever we see a flower, we're going to just pinch him off. Off you come. We appreciate the flowers, but we're not ready for them yet. But that will focus all of the energy into getting this plant nice and big and not producing fruit when it's too small, because it won't be able to hold a fruit. I mean, do you think you can handle a cucumber right now? Because I don't. And here is another little nifty trick for you. Are you going away on holiday anytime soon? If so, are you worried about how you're going to water all of your plants, and in particular your pots and your planters? Well, have no fear, I have a really easy idea for you. We're going to take a bottle with a nice lid on the top, and we're going to take a drill and we're going to put a little hole in the top there. There it is. That's about as big as you want the hole to be. And now we're going to go fill this bottle with water. So then what you can do is put this upside down in one of your pots, bury it in so that it stays upright, and the water will slowly drip out, and the water will very slowly drip out into your pot, watering whatever's in there. You can buy products that do exactly that thing, but honestly, if you just collect a few plastic bottles, put a little hole in the top of the lid, you can make them yourself, and you can use a smaller bottle for a smaller pot, and it works really, really well. I put some in my polytunnel as well at the allotment plot, and they're doing fantastic, so I'd really recommend that. So thank you so much if you made it to the end of this video for my special announcement. You might have seen me wearing it throughout this video, or my hair's been in the way, so maybe not, but I have released my own line of Whack It In t-shirts. A lot of you have been asking for a Whack It In t-shirt or jumper for a long time. I've released just t-shirts at the moment. It's going to be limited edition, guys, so I'm not going to do it forever. But yeah, here they are. They're alive. They're on the site. You can go and purchase one now. So if you do purchase one and you have an Instagram or a Facebook, don't forget to take a picture of yourself wearing it and tag me at Emma's Allotment Diaries. I will reshare. I'd love to see you wearing them at your allotment plots. They are very, very comfortable t-shirts. They do come up a little bit oversized, so they are perfect for gardening, which is the point of them. I was kind of envisioning I want to whack this on and go to my allotment plot and just be able to get it all muddy and stuff. So they're machine washable, they're cotton, they're really comfortable. They come in a variety of different colours, so you can go down. I'm going to leave a link to the site that you can purchase these from below in the description bar. I've made them for women, men and children, and they come in a variety of different colours, so go and check them out. I also have released a couple of bags as well. Here is the Whack It In bag. I thought these would be perfect for taking stuff to the allotment plot, or even harvesting things. I was kind of thinking of putting my potatoes in here when I harvest them. I think they'd be a really good potato bag. I do hope you like them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you're going to purchase one. And yeah, that's my big exciting news. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's inspired you to whack some stuff out. There is no excuse now. We are in June. There's no more frost. Start whacking everything out, guys. I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.